Hey guys. It is what is it? Tuesday afternoon. Jim was coming to stay with me for a few days, and I was very excited because I was going to video some of his testimonies, the most amazing testimonies I've ever heard, and we all need to hear them. But he just called me a few minutes ago. His mother-in-law has COVID, and he needs to go home, and I understand that completely. The only change is the kids are going to eat a little bit extra well. I might invite some other people over, but bless you, Jim, and bless your family. And we're going to pray. Let's pray as a group that she recovers from this, because she's got pre-existing conditions. She's 82 or 83 years old. His wife is very upset, and one thing that we've got in this group is some power. We do have some power. Okay, so I want to ask us all right now to pray for Jim, and not just like throw up a prayer, but let's look for a miracle. Okay, Jim is a walking miracle, and at one point you'll hear his stories. We're going to video those. He's just got some of the most incredible stories. But at this point, we're going to agree that God will do something miraculous. Okay. The second thing is a couple of posts today about the hydroxyquinoline or whatever. I know this is probably not the right page for that. Robert sent me a text this morning. I woke up on Facebook and I had like 40 posts about this news conference yesterday, and they're all blocked and deleted. Even Donald Trump's son has been blocked from Twitter. And it is curious, but I've been following hydroxyquinoline since March. Okay, so I do have a degree in microbiology. I have been in a virus industry for 30 years. I've been accumulating my data in case I get sick. Okay, I will tell you that I'm not promoting something. But if I get sick, I want hydroxyquinoline, I want azithromycin, I want zinc, I want Pepcid, I want Zyrtec, and I want dexamethasone. These are the drugs, and I have accumulated most of them on the side, okay, to save my life, for my family, for you guys, for myself, and everything else. I'm not saying that what these people are saying is 100% accurate. I do know thousands of doctors are using this drug across the world. Thousands, not hundreds, not dozens. Thousands are using this drug across the world. And there's a lot of money at stake in this thing. I mean, last week we just posted that $8 billion or so is being spent with drug companies for a vaccine. If we had a drug that was effective, we wouldn't need the vaccine. All right. Do you don't think $8 billion would make a difference? It probably would. But the reason I agreed for Robert to share it, and it may be a mistake on my part, but it was blocked. And I just don't believe we need to censor what's going on. We need to look at all sides, and we need to make a decision. Because if you get it, or if I get it, I want to know. I want to have some say-so in it, okay? So, probably, not the right venue. I understand that. Robert shared it. Larry just reshared part of it. But as Christians, we need to be able to talk. And if we disagree, that's okay. I can give you multiple accounts where people disagreed in the Bible. And our job is to love each other anyway and come to a resolution. So, I just don't want us to overreact to this. I know this is not the page for something that's probably political, but when your life is at stake, I don't know if it's political. I mean, we do have a plague going on, and we all want to live. So, anyway, I hope we get past this, but in the spirit of the tension of that, I did have a funny this morning. I saw a video on Facebook, and I'm going to share it after, but my kids always want me to share funny stories, and I don't feel like I'm as funny. I used to be kind of funny. I used to be really funny. But somehow, life and everything else, kind of my gray hair and everything else, maybe I'm not as funny as I used to be. But I want to tell you a story that hopefully will just kind of lift your spirits a little bit. And then I'm going to send you a video that will help you feel it just a little bit better. But when I was, I don't know, I was in Jackson a few years ago. My brother's been passed away for like 18 years. So this is probably at least 20 years ago. And this is before, definitely before like all social media and instant cameras and all that stuff. We went fishing on Ross Barnett Reservoir one night. And I had a kind of an old beat up boat. And we were going to go jugging and run some trot lines. And the reservoir is, you know, I don't know, 50, 100,000 acres. It's giant. And we'd never fished it. So we just went out there with like liver and cut up fish and stuff. And we started putting like little jugs in the water, you know, with a hook and all that kind of stuff. And we'd never fished it before. And we picked a night, unfortunately, that had no moon. So it was pitch black. And we were in this little creek. And we hadn't caught nothing. I mean, we'd been fishing for hours. We hadn't caught anything. And the creek is maybe 20 feet, 30 feet, probably 20 feet wide. The boat's probably 4 or 5 feet wide. So we got 5 or 6 feet, you know, I don't know, whatever. But we got a few feet on each side. We're going down this little creek, dropping these little jugs in the water. And I heard this sound. Well, we both did. We were sitting there. Probably, let's say we got 4 or 5 feet on both sides. And this is what I heard. I heard... Now, I've been like an outdoorsman for many years, and I looked at my brother and his face, and of course we're in the dark. I had a little flashlight. I look at him. His face is like totally pale white. He looks at me like, you know, oh, I don't know if that's the best look, but anyway, there was a look, and it was like all the, I mean, he just would look terrified, and I went through my Rolodex in my mind, because I've been in the woods since I was a kid. You know, I've heard every Mississippi animal that I know of, okay? And I went through the Rolodex, and I came up with one animal. And the only animal I could come up with was monster. I just went through it, and I said, monster. Monster is what it is, because there was no history in my brain. And I looked at my brother and I'm like, monster, you know? And after a couple of minutes in the dark, and I'm telling you, it's pitch black dark, he looked at me and he says, no, I know what it is. I know what it is. He said, I watched the Discovery Channel, because we didn't have like YouTube and like Google and stuff like that. He said, it's an alligator on its nest. And that was fine, because I knew an alligator couldn't get in the boat. But I was thinking like, you know, like Shaggy and Scooby-Doo, like monster. I mean, I was thinking this is a literal monster. So I was watching Facebook this morning. They posted a picture of a video of an alligator, and it did that same sound. And I hadn't heard that sound since that moment. But I want y'all to take a break from COVID or whatever, and just think about the idea of being in the pitch black on a little creek bank, and something that's less than 4 or 5 feet in the woods makes this sound, and tell me how you would feel. All right. Love y'all.